your girl TB, and you know we had to do it. We're back with another one. Who we're talking about today? Today we are talking about the NBA opener. I have 4 great games for y'all. I know I'm a little late. I was on vacation, so now we're playing catch up, but I'm gonna make a video for y'all every day going forward. So we got 4 teams we're going to talk about, or 4 games we're going to talk about. Number 1 is going to be Boston and the Knicks. We're going to have the 76ers and the Bucks, the Suns and the Clippers, and of course the Lakers and the Timberwolves. So let's just top it off. Let's get the ball rolling. First thing first, we're headed to Boston because that's who played first. And of course, they took the win 132-109, a complete blowout. The game was over really before it even started. When the first quarter started, they were already up by 20 points, and I was like, okay, this is going to be a complete blowout game, and that's really what it was. At one point, Boston was up 35 points, and I'm like, okay, it's no point of me even watching the rest of this game. This is how bad it was looking. So let's just dive into the stats, give y'all a rundown, showdown, rundown. You know how we get down, all of that good jazz. I have missed y'all the whole entire summer, but we are back. We made it through the Olympics, the summer league, preseason, all the above. So let's just dive into the regular season. First thing first, like I said, talking about Boston, complete blowout, and we're going to talk about the stats. I think we're going to head to Boston first, and that's going to be Jason Tatum doing an amazing job, having 37 points, 10 assists, and this man shot 8 threes last night, really timed the record with the Bucks. They had 29 threes. They made 29 threes. Not even had. They made 29 threes, and they was really trying to get that last 3 in the fourth quarter, and it just was not happening. So now they're tied for the most threes in a game, and that's just amazing. Like being the NBA champions last season, and it's like, what are they going to do this season? Can they do a repeat? I don't know. Do you? I don't know. Everybody's looking different. I feel like Boston really kind of kept their same team from last year to this year, so not much really changed with them. And then the next person we're going to talk about is going to be Jaylen Brown. He had 23 points, 7 rebounds, doing a great job. Obviously, we've seen better games when it comes to him. But I feel like when Tatum's hot, Jaylen Brown is like so-so, and then the opposite. When Brown is hot, Tatum is kind of like a little off, and that's just how they play. They work well together. They are a great duo, and they did an amazing job last night. And then we're just going to head it over and talk about New York, and that's going to be the Knicks. Of course, like I said, they lost, but you had Brunson, you had McBride, both having 22 points, doing a great job, but you know you have seen more from Brunson last season. So let's just see how this is going to work. You got a new member on the team. You got Cat. You have Mikal Bridges. And for the first game, I kind of feel like Karl Anthony Towns was kind of like not in his bag. I don't know. It was a shock to the whole NBA world when he got traded. It was like, dang, he's going to New York, and like he's been with the Timberwolves his whole entire, you know what I'm saying, NBA season. So I know he has to get acclimated to a new team. They have to build that chemistry. Same with Mikal Bridges. He just went to the other side. He came from Brooklyn, went to New York, but that works for him because it's like he's back with his Villanova team. He has Bronson, he has Josh Hart, and then him. Of course, they had to lose. When they had to lose, Dante. But let's just see how the Knicks are going to do this season. But they didn't start off very great, really taking that loss, really getting a complete blowout. Mikal, his debut, he had 16 points, and then Cat had 12 points, 7 rebounds. Like I said, it's been better games for them. So let's just see how the rest of the season is gonna go, because it's only game 1. So now we just finna head it over, because that's all I had to talk about that game. Like I said, it was really a complete blowout. It wasn't much to talk about it. They were already up 20 points in the first quarter, so they just showed how the whole rest of the game was gonna go. So now we heading it over to the best of the West, and that's gonna be the Lakers and the Timberwolves. The Lakers taking it 110-103. So let's just dive into this game, because I feel like some history was made. You had a father-son duo, which was Bronny and LeBron James, both doing, I ain't gonna say doing an amazing job, because Bronny didn't do anything. But what I love to see was how supportive the Laker fans were. It was like when they both went into the game in the first quarter, they played 2.5 minutes together. The crowd, they were on their feet. They had standing ovation. They was clapping. They was cheering. And I feel like it really made Bronny really feel welcome. So it's like, I love that for him. just getting that support. And it was very like a sentimental moment, especially for Savannah James, to see her husband playing and her son playing at the same time on the same team, making history. Like, this is really one of a kind. Like, where do you get this at? And I love to see it. And they also got the win last night, so it's like a win is a win. Although me personally don't feel like Bronny James is ready for the NBA, but word on the street is he may be going to the G League. I think he got 5 more games or something like that with the Lakers. I'm not really sure if that's going to happen or not, but I feel like that's a better look for him. That way he can develop, and then when it's time to go back to the NBA, he knows what needs to be done. He has that experience, and he knows how to dominate. So I love that for him. I love that for the James family. But let's talk about JJ Redick being the new head coach of the Lakers. Yes, I love that for him because I love JJ Redick. I loved him when he was with Philly. I loved him when he was with the Clippers. And so it's like, for you to be a head coach, I love that. So it's like, congratulations on that new position. You out the game. And of course, we got the same birthday. We birthday twins, so we got a little bit of chemistry right there. But I do like him. I love how he played. You know, he's a 3-point king. I think he's going to help the Lakers shoot a lot more threes. I think he's going to build that chemistry when it comes to the Lakers and just have an overall well-rounded team. So it's like, now they won this game. Let's see what they're going to do next. But let's dive into the stats. First thing first, I think we're going to head it over to Minnesota, and that is going to be Ant-Man having 27 points, 6 rebounds. But the thing about it is, it's like, okay, yeah, your points are great, but you shot 25 points, 25 shots. 25 shots is a lot during the game. You went 10 for 25, and I feel like Ant is going to need a lot more help. I need Julius Randle. Yes, this was his debut, but I need him to step up for the rest of the season because he really don't have no help like that. So it's like, Randle, what are you going to do? In his debut, he had 16 points, 9 rebounds. All, like, we seen better games when it came from him. We know he's been hurt, so it's like, it's time to come back. It's time to regulate. It's time to shine and do all the above. Also, you had Dante DiVincenzo. Y'all know I be saying his last name wrong. He had his debut as well, so it's like, I want to see how he's going to do with the Timberwolves. I feel like it will be a good look, although I know he wanted to stay with New York, so it could be, you know, the 4 Villanova team members. But, you know, you lose some, you win some. You can't have it all, and that's just word on the street. And that's just what it is when it comes to Dante. But like I said, I think he's going to do good. I feel like Gobert, he got to get right back into his defensive bag. He had 13 points, 14 rebounds, having him a nice little double-double. But he has to stay consistent, and he got to just stick with that aggressiveness and like really bring it out of him in order to get the Timberwolves to where they was last season. It's like, can they have a repeat? Can they get out of the playoffs? Can they make it to the finals? Like, what's going to happen when it comes to them? And that's really what I had when it came to the Timberwolves. So now we're going to head it over and talk about the Lakers. Yes, first person I want to talk about, AD was in his bag last night. He had 36 points. He had 16 rebounds last night. And that's the AD I feel like everyone loves to see. So it's like, can he stay healthy, number one? Can he be consistent? And if he plays like this the entire season, he's going to do an amazing job. And it's like, I love that for him. I hope he sticks with it. He's aggressive. He's a great defensive player. And it's like, give him his props when it's due, but it's like, stay like that the entire season. And that's what we need to see more of. The next person in line that did an okay job is going to be Rui. He ended up finishing. He had 18 points, 5 rebounds. And that's really what I had for the Lakers. Like I said, if they played how they played first night, like I said, did an amazing job, great chemistry, everybody's shooting the ball. I need D'Angelo Russell to step up. It is game 1, so I'm not going to hold him to it. And then you already know Austin Reeves. I feel like he just got to get his groove back, and he's going to be back in his bag when it comes to the Lakers. And that's really all I had. Like I said, I'm excited for JJ Redick being the new coach. I'm excited to see Bronny in the G League, let him develop more and then come back to the NBA. I hope AD stays consistent. We need Ant. We need some help over there. So we need Randall to come and pull some weight for him, help him out. What else for this game? And I think that's it. So now we getting ready to head it over to the Bucks and the 76ers. Bucks taking the win 124 to 109. And let's just talk about this game, talk about some players, talk about my frustration when it comes to Embiid. So number one, you didn't have Paul George. And I was excited because I was like, oh, I get to watch a new game. We got some new players. Let's see how Paul George does with the 76ers. You got Embiid, you got your big man, you got Tyrese Maxey. You know, you got like a little big three, collective three or whatever. And then it was like, I'm watching the game. I'm like, okay, Embiid's not playing. All right, Paul George not playing. So who's playing? And I feel like poor Tyrese Maxey really had to pull the weight the entire game. And my frustration comes with Embiid because it's like he says he's not going to play back-to-back games. It's like you get this big contract. So what you gonna do? You going like, I don't feel like that's fair to the rest of your team where you can be like, okay, I'm not gonna play this game. Yeah, I'm gonna play this game. And then it's like, I understand y'all are injured right now, but it's like, I don't think that should happen the entire season. Something has to change in the NBA where it's like, no, this is your job. At the end of the day, you can't pick and choose what games you want to play, or you're not going to play back-to-back games, because it's like, if y'all get to the playoffs, then what? You're not going to play these games? Or what if y'all make it to the finals? They need your help. Like, you are going to dominate the court. And it's like, you don't want to do that. I don't understand it. That doesn't make any sense to me. Like I said, I thought it was a joke at first until I really seen the game, and it was like, okay, he's not playing. I'm like, okay, this is whack. But anyways, Bucks taking a win, 124-109. And let's just talk about Dame Dolly. Y'all know that's my boy. He did an amazing job. He had 30 points. He had 15 points in the third quarter. And then he also had 9 rebounds, almost a double-double, not quite there, but he also made 6 threes. So it's like, great team. I feel like him and Giannis are really getting that duo now, although it's game 1. But, you know, when they started off last season, I was like, oh, I don't know how this is going to look. Dame's kind of inconsistent. So hopefully this season he knows how to bring it. He is consistent. They are a great team. And let's see what the Bucks do this season. I don't know. Let's see if they will dominate the East. Can they beat the Celtics? I don't know. It's a lot of stuff going on right there. But like I said, he did a great job. Giannis did a great job having a double-double, 25 points, 14 rebounds. Nice game, because y'all know he was a little hurt last season. So he's back. Let's see what they do. Let's just see what they do, and let's just keep it moving. But who I want to talk about on the Bucks is going to be Brook Lopez. And what I want to talk about, or give him his notoriety, or whatever you want to call it. He had 6 blocks, and I was like, this man was blocking everybody's shot. It did not matter who was driving to the paint. And it's like, I love that for him. And so it's like, keep that energy, keep that great defense, and do what you need to do. And that really worked for them. Every time somebody took a shot, this man was right at the basket, like, boom, get that out of here. So yeah, that's what I have for the Bucks. Headed over to Tyrese Maxey, or should I say the 76ers. And that's going to be Tyrese Maxey. He had 25 points, 6 rebounds. Not the best game for him, but at the end of the day, he really didn't have no help. So what's a man to do? And I hate that for him. I really do. And then the next person we're going to talk about on the 76ers is going to be Kelly Oubre. He had 21 points. And I feel like what really hurt Philly was the second and the third quarter. Because it's like the first quarter, of course, they stand within the game. They're down by 1. And then it's like next thing you know, they losing by 10. And the lead just keeps getting bigger and bigger throughout the entire game. And it's like at this point, the game is over. Fourth quarter, they done took out the starters, blah, blah, blah. You know how that goes. And that's really what I had for the 76ers and the Bucks. Now we just gonna head it over and talk about the Suns and the Clippers. Yes, the Suns taking it 116-113, but the thing is, the game went into overtime, and I just feel like it shouldn't have went into overtime. This is the Suns where, you know, they don't finish it off in the fourth quarter. They're up they up. Like, so it's like, there's no way that the Clippers should even be coming back. Because at the end of the day, the Clippers don't have anybody on the team besides James Harden. He's really, like, leading the team, taking the weight of the entire team. And it's like, for y'all to be up the game, then let the Clippers go to a 99-90 type of lead. But it's like, that's what helped out the Suns. They went on like an 11-point spree, and it got them to overtime. But anyways, let's dive into the text. Let's dive into the stats. First person we're going to talk about is going to be KD. I feel like this is one of the most consistent players. He had 25 points, 7 rebounds. His stats always stays into that range between 25 points, 30 points. He's going to get his rebounds. He's going to get some assists. It's like, that's how he plays. But what I wanted to see, or what I want to talk about, is going to be Bradley Beal. He did a great job. He had 24 points, 3 rebounds. But the thing is, can the big three play all the games together, or is someone gonna get hurt? Because you know how last season happened. I think they only played 41 games, if I'm not mistaken, together. So it's like, can they play the entire season together? And if they can, great. If not, it's like, okay, we're gonna see a repeat of last season. And like I said, when it comes to the Suns, it's like, can they finish out the game? The fourth quarter, it's like they play great the first 3 quarters, and then the fourth quarter, it just goes, boom, it goes downhill. And that's what I hate when I see, you know, Phoenix playing. But I want to see, or who I like to see, is Tyus Jones. You know, he just got traded to the Suns, and I think this is going to be a good look. He got a nice little point guard. He got 10 years in the game. That was his debut. I feel like he did a great job last night. He knew how to handle the ball, great ball movement. When it came to the Suns, it's just like, is it enough to keep them afloat or keep them on top? Not even afloat, but keep them on top. I don't know. Because it's like, when they went to overtime, the only thing that really helped them out was they made all 10 free throws, and they went 1 for 4 the entire overtime. And it's like, that's not great for y'all to just be playing against James Harden. And it's like, as KD, that's your former teammate, you know, back in Brooklyn. You know how he plays, so you know what's up. And I don't feel like that was fully there all the way. But anyways, we're getting ready to head it over and talk about the Clippers. And that is going to be Harden. He had 29 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists, almost a triple-double, off by 2 assists. But it's like, I feel like this is how James Harden's going to play the entire season. He really has to bring it because he has nobody. And the next person in line is going to be Zubac. He had 21 points, 9 rebounds, but the thing is, he fouled out, so it's only so much he can do. And taking it back to James Harden, he got to make his free throws. Like, it was clutch time in the game where you could have won. Y'all could have won the game, and it was like he missed his free throws. And it's like, you know better than that. Moral of the story, like, you're a great shooter. Why are you missing free throws? I don't know if it's like pressure, cracking under pressure. Don't know. But that's it. That's all I have for y'all, team. The Bucks, New York. The Lakers, Minnesota. The Bucks, the 76ers. Did I say the Bucks, New York? Boston, New York. And the Suns and the Clippers. That's all I got. That's all I got, y'all. I am tired. I just came back from the gym. I'm about to go work, go teach, and that's all I have, y'all. It is Saturday. I know I am behind. I'm like 5 days behind, so it's like I'm playing the catch-up game. But y'all hang in there. This video will be edited today. It will be posted today, so y'all please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell so y'all could be alerted when who posts, when TB posts. Once again, I'm TB. Peace out. Bye.